Welcome back to Hamilton, Ohio. We are getting ready for our second match. It will feature Eric Bennett, 17th seed from Arizona, taking on Kelly Schmidt, our 16th seed from Illinois. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with the start of this match in just a moment. All right, welcome back to the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships from Hamilton, Ohio. I'm Ted Rutan, joined by Derek Davis, and we had a good first match in the Compound Master Men. Derek, Jeff DeRagnacourt took the lead. William Appel came back, took the lead from Jeff, and then it was close at the end. Jeff DeRagnacourt defeating William Appel 120-119.
It was a good match, very close.
Now next up for us here on our lanes 1 and 2, the Compound Men, we have Kelly Schmidt from Illinois in lane 2. He is the 16th seed coming in. And in lane 1, or the 17th seed coming in, Eric Bennett from Arizona. And Eric is a member of the Paralympic team?
That's correct. Eric's a strong shooter regardless, and I think this is going to be a very, very exciting match. I've had the pleasure of meeting Eric and working with him at a camp in January where they wanted to get more of the coaches in the United States exposed to the para archers and what they do, and it was very informative.
So as we wait for the start of our second match here, wind picking up just a touch.
Yeah, that wind sock's kind of facing us a little bit, just slightly. Probably not enough to really affect the compound shooters. But recurve shooters might have to make adjustments.
Of course, the recurve going 70 meters.
Okay.
Still waiting on the okay to get this second match started.
Again, thank you for your patience as we allow the scorers to catch up. Allow them to
Scorers trying to catch up here.
As you mentioned, Matt's a member of our para team. If you can see from here, he actually has a release aid that's triggered with his mouth. It's attached to his shoulder. It's something he custom designed and built, and works real well for him.
And of course, in compound, there are some cams and wheels.
Right, it's a little more technically advanced type of setup. Compound shooters use a release aid to attach to the string. Gives them a cleaner release each time as opposed to the fingers. The cam system, what that allows for is a let off, whereas as they draw back, the poundage is reduced, so they can hold steady for a long time.
So they're not holding the full weight.
Exactly.
Compared to in recurve.
Right, and we've gotten to a point where some of these bows are 85% let off. And then another major difference is compound shooters typically have magnification in their sight. It's not allowed on the recurve bow.
Certainly would like to thank Axel's Sights and Scopes. Champion archers choose Axel Sights and Scopes. The 2014 Achieve Carbon sight for tournaments enables your best shooting. Light, super strong carbon fiber provides vibration absorption, minimal wind deflection, and a high strength to weight ratio. Available on recurve and compound models, axelsights.com. That's AXCELSITES.com. Enable your best with Axel Sights and Scopes.
Allow the computers and all the information to be processed.
So we're getting a message from the public address that still waiting on the scoring to catch up as the wind picks up just a little more. So now when we're at this point of the competition, Derek, they've all competed in one. Have they all competed in one match already to get to this one?
Maybe, maybe not. But
some may have had a bye the first round.
Yeah, it depends. If they were over the number of competitors for the cut, then it would have come in even. But if it was an odd number below that cut, everyone gets to play, and some people will have a bye.
Of course, this is in the compound men. I think they did have a full field of 64 in that one.
Right.
So now perhaps after getting that first match under their belts, they might be a little more comfortable.
Yeah, you tend to settle in as you move along, but also the stakes get higher as you get closer, so it's a trade-off.
Sure. I mean, if they have in the rounds where they have the full field of 64, you have to win 6 to win it all.
Yeah, and that's tough to do. Changing opponents, changing weather conditions, wind is picking up and actually feels a little chillier.
So Derek, talk a little bit about how the sport has advanced in the time you've been involved. I mean, when you started as a competitor.
Yes, I started competing back in '86, just as a hobby, something to do to relax after work, and I got really into it. Started competing, traveling across the country, even some international competitions, and then my son got into it. Started coaching him, and then an opportunity came along to take my coaching to another level, and I ended up as the head coach at Columbia University in New York. That's been my main source of income for the last 10 years. Yeah, I love doing it. And, I'm also assigned to some international trips for USA Archery. Just got back from Mexico last week, the U.S. team.
Did you ever think when you started that you would be doing this now?
No. If you told me that, I would have said you were insane.
Now, when you got started, you just mentioned you were looking to, for maybe something to pick up as a hobby, to a little stress relief, that kind of thing. How did you get started then?
It was.
Did you search out?
I was looking for different things. My brother started bowling with his father-in-law, and I didn't like the idea of bowling, but it was. It's actually my ex-wife got me a bow for my birthday. It was her idea, and she's probably regretting it still. I'm not sure what the holdup is at this point. It's not us this time.
Well, as we are waiting on this delay, we're going to take another short break. So don't go anywhere, though, folks. We're going to be right back with our second match between Eric Bennett and Kelly Schmidt here for the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships, brought to you by CoachesAid.com. Welcome back to Hamilton, Ohio for the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships. We do have a short delay. They told us a moment ago it would be 5 minutes, so check back with us in about 2 minutes, and we'll be ready for our second match. Eric Bennett taking on Kelly Schmidt on CoachesAid.com. Welcome back to Hamilton, Ohio, just north of the Queen City, Cincinnati, for the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships. 135th anniversary. And we're ready for our second match. I'm Ted Rutan, joined by Derek Davis. And Derek, we have Eric Bennett from Arizona and Kelly Schmidt from Illinois.
We're pay close attention to Eric. You know, like I said, he's one of our power shooters, and you see the piece he just put in his mouth is the trigger that he uses to release the bow with. And he's hooking it onto the harness on his shoulder, and then just by squeezing his teeth, releases the bow.
And here's Kelly Schmidt, his second.
Eric shoots a clean 10 on that first shot. Kelly with a 9-8 liner. And Eric with another 10.
So Eric Bennett off to a good start.
Excellent start. Kelly's answered with a 10 of his own.
Here's Kelly Schmidt's third in this first end.
And Eric opens with 3 10s, a perfect 30.
What a great start for Eric Bennett.
Kelly's final arrow looks like a 9-8 liner.
We'll see as they come up for the official scoring. Right there at the bottom, you can see the scores from the last match, which was 121-19. A dandy Jeff de Ragnacourt over William Appel in the Masters competition.
Right. And in that match we talked about how it's great that this sport can be played at any age, and now we can see with any level of ability you can play this sport. Just seen some very creative things out of our power team. They can some of our best can go toe-to-toe with some of our best able-bodied archers.
As they come up for their chance to get their official scores. After their first end, explain perhaps why you call these 3-arrow ends.
I've read that this goes way back when archery used to set up targets at both ends of the field, and they would shoot one direction and go down and pull their arrows and turn around and shoot back the other way. So you shot end to end, and it was a more efficient way to run a tournament, but not spectator friendly. You didn't want to be sitting behind one of those targets. It's and then it's more work setting up the field and things like that. So we've gone to this format and been this way since before I was born. Yeah.
So right now we can see Eric and Kelly examining. Boy, what a close grouping there by Eric Bennett.
Yeah, from here it's almost hard to tell how many arrows are in the target. They're pretty close.
Again, please change your flip charts, reset them, and please also remember to input your score on the handhelds before you go back. For the sunshine trying to pull through the cloud cover, there is some rain on the radar to our west and kind of moving from the northwest to the southeast.
So let's see what they have for the scores now. Looks like as you mentioned, a 30. What a great start for Eric Bennett, and a 28 for Kelly Schmidt. So a nice start for both guys.
That's correct. It could end up being another close one.
Right now, again, perfect weather. We have been told that the radar shows possible showers on the horizon, but
and that will not stop us. Archery does not stop for rain. If dangerous lightning conditions occur, then we'll have to clear the field. But these archers are, like I said, very experienced, and they know how to handle the weather conditions, and we will shoot in the rain.
handheld. Handheld.
So after the first end, 30-28, Eric Bennett from Arizona with the lead. Again, we await all the competitors throughout the fields from 1 through 96 to get back before we are set for the second end. Again, in these first rounds of this match competition, they do shoot simultaneously.
Correct. As we get into the finals, they will do alternate shoot. So again, to design to make it a little more spectator friendly, so it's easier to follow.
Now, Derek, talk to us a little bit about if someone is interested, how can they start? What would be the best or one of the best resources to go to?
I think one of the best resources is actually USA Archery's website. There's a ton of information there. There's a club locator on the website. You can find any local archery clubs, youth programs in your area. There are links there to other websites as well. There's Archery 360's new website that's out now and geared directly toward youth, and it's also a good resource for beginners. I think there's a story up there on how to pick your first setup, and things like that. But a good pro shop, and they're peppered all around. You may not notice them, but there's probably one in your town. I
must tell you that we turned on the radio on the way over here today from our hotel, and we'd had it on an AM sports station. We were listening to the Cincinnati Reds last night on the way home, and the first word I heard today was archery, and it was a new shooting range owner that was opening for pistols, rifles, but he also had archery there, which
it would make sense.
That was here in the local Cincinnati area.
Yeah. From a business standpoint, it would be a smart thing to get into archery right now. It's a fast-growing sport.
And again, such high numbers here at this U.S. Open Championship. And we're ready for our second end. Get a perfect 30 there for Eric Bennett on his first end, and a nice 28 for Kelly Schmidt. Kelly in the yellow.
And Kelly drills a perfect 10. Answered with a 10 by Eric. These guys are going to go at it for sure. Kelly's second arrow looks like a 9 from here, about 3 o'clock position. And Eric answers with another 10. So Eric is clean up to this point.
5 in a row to start. Good look right there at the form of Kelly Schmidt. Decides to let off.
And Eric may have broke his 10 streak, but still a good shot.
And there is the...
Kelly's last shot is a little too close to call. Looks like an 8-9 liner.
Again, we will wait on the official scoring.
The arrow shaft is more in the 8 ring than the 9 ring. And in our sport, Doesn't matter. If it's touching the line, you get that higher score.
On the line is good. Again, Kelly Schmidt came in at the 16th seed and Eric Bennett as the 17th, but Eric off to a fast start. Now that we can get a look here as they come up to score.
Flip charts too as you score. On your scorecard, and also the handhelds and flip charts.
So they've got their handheld.
And that's for those who are back home. You want to follow the scores. Your link to the score, live scoring, is on USA Archery's webpage.
INSAO.net.
Yes.
That's IANSEO.net. Looks like it's going to be a 29 on that second end for Eric Bennett and 27 for Kelly Schmidt, for a total of 59 for Eric and 55 for Kelly. So Eric Bennett with the early 4-point margin. Clouds going away a little bit.
Bow junkie okay downrange? Okay, just want to make sure.
Some words there in the background from our official Mike Cullenber.
Making sure everything's legit. That's what he does. So as I mentioned during our earlier match, anything can happen, and the show's not over until it's over. But I will say that as we get into these higher ranked matches, 4 points is a nice lead, and it's tougher to overcome.
There aren't as many opportunities for misses to make up a big.
Right.
I mean, as you get, I would think as we get into the final 16 and 8 and 4, and I mean, they're not missing.
Yeah. You don't want to, open the door for your competitor at all. Our judges are heading back.
Looks like we have almost everyone cleared off the entire field. And look how many, trying to count how many judges we have just at this end. We also have another field directly behind us.
Looks like about 8 on this field alone. And 9 counting Mike.
And there may even be another one in there, so about 1 for every 10.
I believe that's the rule of thumb.
1 for every 10 lanes, and We did start off with 96 lanes here on this entire field. Looks like we're about ready for our third end. There's the signal. So Eric Bennett, a 4-point advantage heading into this end of 3 arrows. There's a good look at Eric.
Eric's first arrow is another close 8-9 liner. I'm sorry, that was Kelly. Eric's got another clean 10. Kelly's got another 9 on the other side. Eric's got a arrow at the top of the 10 ring, too close to call.
So here's the final arrow of this end for Kelly Schmidt.
And he drills a 10 on his last shot. Eric's last shot appears to be a 9. Getting too close to call from here.
Looks like he probably will maintain his advantage after this end, and perhaps even increase it.
Versus with her coach/dad about how that round.
That's kind of how they score this one. We'll take a short break. You all see it's good fun. After the third round, he likes it.
So there's Mike Cullenber, and now the signal to go count up the scores. Right here on our TV lanes, we have Eric Bennett and Kelly Schmidt. We also have the recurve bow on our other channel right now being covered by Chris Allen and one of your archers, Sarah Bernstein.
Huge field of archers today, coordinating between the TV targets and the compound field. Recurves here. Appreciate your patience.
Again, looks like just an excellent end again for Eric Bennett.
He's shooting strong.
Cards, the flip charts there at the bottom of the target and the handheld, please.
So 27 once again for Kelly Schmidt to give him a total of 82. And a 28 there for Eric Bennett, giving him a total of 87. He's increased his lead by 1.
That's correct.
So as they come back and we get ready for the fourth end, we're going to take a short break. But don't go anywhere. We've got a good one going. Eric Bennett and Kelly Schmidt on CoachesAid.com. Welcome back to Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships. I'm Ted Rutan, joined by Derek Davis. And Derek, impressive performance so far through 3 ends for Eric Bennett.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Eric's been one of our strong shooters for a while now. He's proven it here today.
So 6 out of 9 10s and 3 9s.
That's what we're looking for with compound these days is ultimate accuracy. It's who's going to be the first to drop a few points. You'll see this get tighter and tighter as we move along the brackets.
Our next match scheduled will be in the 1/8. And again, the wind picking up, clouds coming. They say some rain could be on the way, but no major storms in the area, we don't believe.
Yeah, and right now it's still pretty good shooting conditions. Yeah, see our wind socks are getting a little more horizontal.
Flags over the targets.
Blowing from left to right across the field.
So we're now ready for the 4th end. They approach their shooting lines.
Kelly's first shot's a 9, and Eric's got yet another 10.
Continuing this outstanding round. This 1/16 match.
Both gentlemen appear to have shot a 9 on their second arrow.
So time might be running out here for Kelly Schmidt as he needs to finish out with some 10s.
Three 9s for Kelly, and a potential 10 and 2 9s for Eric. Could increase his lead by another point.
Which would be putting him certainly in the driver's seat with one end remaining. He has not had a miss. Of course, in the compound it is 5 3-arrow ends, and the recurve that can finish before 5 sets.
Right. And we've seen a few of those go 6-0 pretty quickly. Looking at the flip charts out there.
Now, Derek, when they're up there tallying up the scores, is there much conversation usually?
It depends on the two, how friendly they are, how well they know each other. Yeah, it can get a little chatty, and they want to focus on making sure they get their math right. It's not hard math, but when you're talking about close scores, point or two here or there. And once you sign that card and turn it in, that's it.
So much like in golf, when the scorecard is signed and turned in, that's official.
That's official, yeah. And, we do the double scoring though. Try to avoid those kind of mistakes. They both have to agree on it.
I would think that's fairly rare. That there are.
It is very rare. It has happened, but it's pretty rare. And you never can tell. You assume mostly the younger kids maybe making mistakes, but we're all human.
So it looks like a 28 and a total of 115 for Eric.
Even if you are retiring, please remember to.
And a 27 and a total of 109 for Kelly Schmidt.
Thank you for keeping those flip charts going.
So after 4 ends, a pretty big advantage. 115, 109. Would that perhaps change your strategy when you have that big of an advantage, or you're always trying to find the?
You're always trying to find the middle. It's more pressure on Kelly at this point. He knows he's got to shoot very strong end, and possibly need help from Eric to make a mistake in order to come back.
Well, Eric's 4 ends have been 30, 29, 28, and 28. So another 28. I mean, to even open the door, he's going to. He can only have 24, along with a 30 for Kelly. So
right.
Looks pretty. Chances are pretty slim here for Kelly Schmidt, but again, Eric Bennett. That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive shooting from Eric.
115 out of a possible total of 120 so far.
And of course, opening up at that 30, very tight group in the 10 ring. Kind of set the stage and the pace for this match.
Our other match here on lanes 3 and 4, and the recurve is completed with a 6-2 set points advantage.
Yeah. I believe Michelle Gilbert took that match against a young archer from Chinese Taipei. Michelle's one of our rising stars.
Hearing some cheers from the crowd right now. Eric Bennett was getting some, and he's smiling up there. He can feel it as he hears from the crowd. He and Kelly both getting a smile from that one.
See back there, MJ Rogers, who's one of USA Archery's active coaches and works with our para team quite a bit. She's cheering on Matt. Eric opens with yet another 10, and Kelly with appears to be an 8. Probably hear on our microphone, the wind's picking up. It's got another shot that's so close to that previous 10, but could possibly be a 9. So he's got an 8 on his second arrow.
So barring a total miss,
Exactly.
this should do it for Eric Bennett.
And he's not going to miss. He just shoots a clean 9.
So they will wait as the other competitors finish this end or set, depending on where they are in the field.
Kelly drills a 10 for his final arrow, but I think it's not going to be enough.
And welcome back to the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships here at Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. My name is Chris Allen, and I am here with Michelle Gilbert, the winner of the 116th round match over Shooting New with a 6-2 victory. Michelle, congratulations, Michelle.
So we're going to see throughout the day if we can start to get some of the interviews coming up with some of the winners. Obviously, they will have more matches coming as Eric Bennett will move on to the next round.
You have been chosen for the TV round. So if you won, I believe it to you, Lachlan, you won in 31, correct? Come on down. The winner of target 32, which I believe is his brother Sean. You guys need to
In the wind picking up, I see the clouds a little darker over in the distance.
You are in the TV round.
Go south or go north.
Yeah.
Go away. And there is the signal from Mike Cullenberg to make it official, as we had already decided. Eric Bennett, the winner of this second match, and boy, just impressive performance there by the Paralympic team member.
Yeah, that's good shooting.
We don't have the actual final score, but we can guess there. That might be about a 144, maybe 2 10s and a 9.
That's
And that's just from.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
It's just one tie for the one arrow shoot-off that'll have to happen here in a moment. You're a retiring archer. Again, please use that handheld. Make sure that the scorers have that input so we can get it out on the internet.
So they are tallying up the final
Keep track of what's
scores here. Looks like it's going to be 143. So another 28 there for Eric in his final end, and a total of 143. Pretty impressive. And he will get the nod.
reminder again, if you're
He just gave congratulations to our recurve winner here on lanes 3 and 4, and that was
Michelle Gilbert. Yeah, I've known Michelle for a while, and had the pleasure of coaching her in Mexico last week, the Pan Am Olympic Festival. She's made her way all the way to the bronze medal match down there.
Well, we're going to take a short break. Congratulations there to Eric Bennett. An impressive performance in this 1/16th round of the compound men. We will be back with more 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships from Hamilton, Ohio on CoachesAid.com. Welcome back to the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships from Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. We are joined by Eric Bennett. Eric, congratulations on that win.
Thank you very much.
You started off with a perfect 30 on that first end.
Yeah, that actually gave me some confidence to finish strong.
Now, have the conditions changed at all? I mean,
The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but it's really not affecting anybody yet, but I think it will.
and perhaps some weather coming in. Hopefully you've got 3 or 4 more matches coming.
That's the goal, yeah. Hopefully I'm still shooting when it's raining.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations. We don't want to keep you long. We know you're getting ready for your next match, so best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Eric Bennett, an impressive 143 in that second match victory.